This is an emergency video I'm making concerning the body control module, BCM. It's not an emergency as in to tell you what's wrong with it or anything else. It's to try to explain the video that came not last video, but the video before this, where I told you what to expect when you got your body control module set. I thought you guys understood my sense of humor. I thought I made it clear what my sense of humor was. Apparently I didn't. Excuse me. If you watch back in my video, when I was saying the first thing you'll notice, I noticed after getting the body control module updated, is that I noticed that the radar had improved and that the radio wasn't crashing as much. If some of you hadn't noticed, and some of you may not even understand it, there was a small video in the bottom corner of a man with his nose growing longer. That comes from a movie called Airplane. It's based on the whole lore of Pinocchio. I know there's a real story of Pinocchio versus, the Walt Disney version. Of course, I know more the Walt Disney version, but Pinocchio basically was a living doll brought to life. And every time he told a lie, his nose would get longer. And that's what's happening in that scene. So when I was talking, the guy in the bottom, his nose was growing longer and longer and longer because he's lying about something the whole time, trying to say, hey, everything's okay, nobody's going to die, everything's fine. So, apparently, some people did not understand that. and well, obviously, to some extent, that's my fault. I know there are a lot of people with Arabic names who are part of my channel, and I can't see why they would have any reason to understand what that reference is. I really don't know. But basically, when I was saying those things, I was telling a fib. I was lying. I figured it would be more apparent to everybody because as I went through all the things that got fixed, I also said that I was going to quit this channel because when the Biden administration took over, I was going to become the ambassador to Israel. Guys, I don't know how many of you have watched me on my videos long enough. And yes, I have a little bit of a shtick, but mostly it's the way I talk is more of it. Have you guys watched me when I changed my engine air filter? I gave you guys 3 minutes with a discussion of how to make sure which way it is the right way. And then I went and I tried to put it in the wrong way. I did not do that on purpose. I did that because I'm a doofus. There's something wrong up here. The brain doesn't work completely well. And I do silly and weird things. That has a lot to do with a short-term memory problem caused by medications I took all my life. So I'm not that well in that aspect. So I don't think I'm going to become the ambassador to Israel. I figured that would be your first hint that all the stuff before that was a bunch of silliness. The last hint was when I discussed how I had found an inexpensive pill that would turn my hoo-hoo, that's my junk, from very small to very large for minimum cost. I think anyone here in the world knows that that is a man's wet dream, and there is no such thing. Unless some of you guys have found some kind of magical thing, in which case, please get in touch with me very quickly. I had at least one person ask me about me becoming the ambassador of Israel. I think one person I thought one person gave a religious response. I thought it was just a religious response. He was just giving his overall opinion. Just remember, even though you're the Caesar of Israel, you're it's still the throne of God who's in control of everything. I don't know if that person was just saying it as an aside because they were religious. They wanted to say it, which is fine. I don't care. Or if they honestly meant it, say, don't let it get to your head, Verdier. Just remember, God has final control over everything. If that's what you actually meant, I'm not becoming the ambassador to Israel, okay? It's a joke. It's a joke. And I do apologize for those who freaked out about it. So here, make it perfectly clear. And then after all of that, I said, just to make it clear, you're not going to owe us anything. That's what I said after I got through that whole spiel, especially after I talked about the pill that would make my weenie bigger. Guys, when you get the BCM update done, you're not going to notice a damn thing. It's going to be, you're not even going to know it was done. Hell, they could just not do it and say they did do it and clear themselves. That would not be very good because it's a safety issue. Second thing I want to address, this is very, very, very important. There's some people say, well, based on some of the things that people are having, they're not going to get it. They're going to wait and see. That's a bad idea. That's a very, very bad idea. I've noticed one issue that I might be having with the auto brights, and that's the auto brights, on the touring, not engaging. After I get out of work, I get out and I drive. They're not working, and then I have to turn the car completely off and turn it back on, and then they start working. Very strange. Never had that happen before, and it's happened twice in a row, and it'll probably happen tonight too. I'll let you know, and I'm still having it looked at. It's just changing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some gas. And then another person's talking about the doors are not showing that they're closed. I don't know if any of these are actual problems with the BCM update, or if they have more to do with just coincidences, something else is broken in time. I'm trying to get an appointment. It ain't so easy right now. But you got to keep in mind, this is costing Honda a fortune to do. So, nobody in Honda is jumping up and down for joy to give these updates to the cars. They're doing it because they have to do it, also, and mostly because they are considered safety issues. Because some of the things they fix are extremely serious issues that can involve your lights not working at all, your windshield wipers not working, all sorts of failures in the systems, mostly failure lights, there are no real failures. But come on, guys, you have a choice. You can either drive around with something that's a ticking time bomb where they know that there are some bugs in there that could engage, that could basically strand you or cause you severe trouble, and they've probably fixed those in code, introducing, just like any other update, a few more bugs here and there. You can either get the bugs fixed that they know they fixed for free and have a safer car, or you can just totally ignore it and take your chances. Don't be silly. Get the damn car fixed. You may get a few other bugs. Honda will deal with those as they go. As far as bugs go, the auto brights are not a massive, they're annoying, but I don't think they're all that terrible. So guys, just so you know, and I apologize for the foreign speakers who may not understand this, especially for foreign speakers and some other people who just don't know the story of Pinocchio. I wouldn't think anybody in America wouldn't, but dudes, it is what it is. People, not everybody knows these things, and at least two people took me way too seriously on this, and that concerns me because I don't want anyone to think they're getting in their car and the radio crashes are going to stop, because they ain't, because they happen to me all the time. So other people saying they're not having any trouble. I don't know what the hell it is. I figure you hook your damn phone up or whatever. This is going on too long. You're not going to get better radar. You are not going to get less crashes on your radio. I'm not becoming the ambassador to Israel. I can barely keep the job I have right now. And there's no pill that makes your penis larger. God, I wish there was, but there ain't one. Go get your BCM updated. It's not that big a deal. And yes, I think maybe there's another bug in it that's causing my auto brights to have a problem. I will keep you up to date with that as the times continue. And that's all I got to say. And Verdier, peace out.